If you start talking about nails to many Christians, they will think about how Jesus was nailed to a cross. However, this sculptor in Butler, Pennsylvania, actually made a statue out of nails dedicated to Donald Trump. Watch this short video of him explaining what he did and pay special attention to the fact that, according to him, no one else in the world is as important right now as Donald Trump. He also noted that he has never done a man before except for Jesus Christ.
Initially, back in 2020, when Trump was running, we decided, someone was talking about how tough he was. And then there's the old saying, tough as nails. And well, I built a lot of sculptures out of nails. And so I thought, well, this would be fun. I went ahead, and I ordered a bunch of cut nails, which are the old-fashioned flat nail, and I build an armature first, and then I start welding each nail. A lot of them need heated up and bent into place. The hair was a lot of fun, I did a lot of research on his ears and a lot of research on his hair. And, the hair, once I got it formed right, I used brazing rod and melted that on there to give it the yellow. He's about 6'3".
So about the same size as...
Yeah, I tried to get everything as pretty close as I could. I have bad knees, couldn't be able to stand that long, but I didn't go, and then, I was mortified when we found out that he was shot. And then a few days later, my cousin called. He goes, you ought to take that Trump sculpture and maybe reposition it. And I thought, oh, that's a great idea. This is a much better message. I tried to really show, that, when he did the fight, I tried to give him the expression of, let's fight, but let's do it nonviolent. Let's do it right. It's just that, I tried to give him that look of that firm determination. If you look at the rally when he got shot, a lot of Butler people, they didn't run away. They were upset. They were going to stay there and make sure he was okay. So. And they're just starting to see the new version of the Trump sculpture now, and they'd like it much better. Yeah, I'd hope that he would see it. I hope that he would like it, but I never really know where they're going to end up or what's going to happen. But I do hope it helps. I thought about that the other night. I hope it helps people get a little bit more strength. Hey, this guy is tough. He's strong. Maybe we need to be a little stronger. Well, usually what I do is I start at the feet. I looked at his shoes. I started studying them. He always has a blue suit, and I was trying just where his pockets are, how many buttons are on his sleeves, things like that. Little details. The more you look, you might see. But these are nail heads with brass on them. Even a shirt has a different type of nail with, and his ears. I mean. The other one has a little nick in it. I had to do it. But the funny thing was, this was years ago when I built them. I really was trying to get as much detail. It's hard to give something detail with something as tough as a nail. I mean, they don't bend easy. These are cut nails they use to drive it in concrete. So to actually give them shape, it's a process. It's a lot of heating and bending. It'd be a dream to meet the guy. I mean. There's nobody else on this planet right now, that means more. Usually with these kind of things, it's, you wonder why things don't take off at first, and then later on, well, you look back and say, well, maybe it was better that it wasn't gone. I mean, I turned down a sale a long time ago on it just because I wanted to keep it and see if I could to show it to him, and then later, all these years, it's like, well, maybe this is the reason, that I still had it, was to make it better. I've been a full-time artist for 30 years. I started off building a lot of insects and creatures, and I started welding nails probably 20 years ago when I tried to build a bear, and I wanted to make it look realistic with steel. Nails work perfect for that, and no one else has ever done it. And I've had a lot of success with it. I had some good awards from Disney's Masters, Best of Show a couple times. Ripley's Believe It or Not. They're around. Some people think they're made out of wood, so that's a little bit of a problem there. But the nails are something that I was kind of known for.
So is this your first kind of real politically themed sculpture?
Yes. I usually The only other, the only other man, not really a man, but I built 2 crucifix, life-size Christ on the cross, out of nails, and that was, that was the only other guy.